Biden isn't ending the Afghanistan war. He's privatizing it. Special forces, Pentagon contractors, intelligence operatives, they're all going to remain. Because guess what? There's 18,000 contractors, mercenaries, guys we hired to go fight a war for us. Not enlisted, not drafted, guys that they just like a job. They came, filled out an application, and we gave them money to go kill people. Over 18,000 Pentagon contractors remain in Afghanistan, while official troop numbers 2,500. So there's only 2,500 official troops, but there's 18,000 mercenaries that we're paying there. And I don't know how much they get paid a year. I'm going to guess they make around $150,000 a year each. Probably more. I'm guessing. Joe Biden will withdraw the smaller group of soldiers. So Joe Biden's going to withdraw this, and he's going to leave this. He's going to get rid of 2,500 while leaving the 1,800. And that's going to be made up of U.S. Special Forces, mercenaries, and intelligence operatives, privatizing and downscaling the war, but not ending it. Isn't that awesome? Biden's claim is that he's ending the forever war. That's misleading. According to the New York Times, the United States would remain after the formal departure of the U.S. troops with a shadowy combination of clandestine special operation forces, Pentagon contractors, and covert intelligence operators. And, sorry we couldn't get you the full $2,000 payment, but we just can't afford it. Imagine if we had $2.36 billion. So it's not ending. How many of those 18,000 people do you think he's going to keep there? 17,500? 15,500? Who knows? We're not getting out of Afghanistan, and all it's going to take is for one more big attack that kills some Americans, and we're going to have to send some more troops back in there. Right? Their mission will...
Between now and September, there's a lot of time for excuses.
Their mission will be to find and attack dangerous Al-Qaeda or Islamic State threats, current and former American officials said. So their mission, the people have said they're supposed to look for Al-Qaeda or Islamic State. There's no Al-Qaeda anymore. And in fact, a week after we had invaded Afghanistan, there was no Al-Qaeda. There was like 8 guys left. The Times further reported that the United States maintains a constellation of air bases in the Persian Gulf region, as well as in Jordan, and a major air headquarters in Qatar, which could provide a launching pad for long-range bombers or armed drone missions into Afghanistan. So we got a lot of bases. The meaninglessness of President Biden's announcement becomes apparent when we consider that the Pentagon employs more than 7 contractors for every serviceman or woman in Afghanistan, an increase from 1 contractor for every serviceman or woman a decade ago. These totals reflect the U.S. government's strategy of outsourcing war to the benefit of private mercenary corporations and as a means of distancing the war from the public and averting dissent. Since relatively few Americans are directly impacted by it. This is correct. This is all true. One of the biggest mercenary companies is DynCorp International of Falls Church, Virginia, which in 2019 received over $7 billion in government contracts to train the Afghan army and manage military bases in Afghanistan. Wow, $7 billion. A lot of Christmas bonuses, huh?
Can you just imagine for a second, and I know this is, dare to dream, right? But imagine for a second that half of these resources, these contractors and all this, just half, went to doing something about climate change or ending poverty or building infrastructure. I mean, just imagine.
Just imagine.
It's unreal.
And from 2002 to 2013, DynCorp received 69% of all State Department funding. Wow. Forbes magazine called it the big winners of the Iraq and Afghan wars, the losers being everyone else. Wow. So of all the State Department funding from 2002 to 2013, 7 out of $10 went to DynCorp. Wow. Afghanistan was valued at the time of the invasion as a key location for an oil pipeline that would transport Central Asian oil to the Indian Ocean while bypassing Russia. We reported on this. There it is. There's the pipeline they want. There you go. Uncle Sam also covets Afghans' mineral wealth. A 2007 United States Geological Survey discovered nearly $1 trillion in mineral deposits, including huge veins of iron, copper, cobalt, gold, and critical industrial metals like lithium, which is used to manufacture the batteries for laptops and cell phones and Teslas. An internal Pentagon memo stated that Afghanistan could become the Saudi Arabia of lithium.
Oh, geez.
If you want to know why we're still there.
Yeah,
No
kidding.
That'd be one of the reasons. Concerns mount that the U.S. withdraw. So here's how so whenever someone wants to withdraw troops from Afghanistan, CNN starts running stories like this, and MSNBC and the Young Turks says concerns mount that the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan could risk progress on women's rights.
Oh, my God.
We have to stay at war for women's rights, Rod. We have to keep killing women to help them gain their rights. Joe Biden to rich donors, nothing will fundamentally change if he's elected, and that's exactly right.
It's the only campaign promise he's kept so far.
I'm guessing I will believe we are going to leave Afghanistan when we leave Afghanistan and not a moment before. I'm never going to fucking believe anything Joe Biden says about troop withdrawal, and if you do, you're a sucker. You're a chump. This country is run by a corrupt cabal of billionaires and their tools, and Joe Biden's one of them. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Mitch McConnell, Donald Trump, they're all tools of this establishment. Trump tried to pull out of Afghanistan, and they immediately made up the bogus bounty story. Immediately. Trump tried to get us out of Afghanistan, and they immediately made up the bounty story, so he couldn't do it. And then they passed a law that kept him from doing it. That was bipartisan. So this idea that Joe Biden wants to take us out of Afghanistan, and people are reporting that as a fact, shame on you. Shame on you. Anything else you want to say about this, Ron?
Well, I saw someone else, somebody tweeted this, and I wish I could give credit right away, but I'm not sure where I saw it first. But they said Joe Biden's whole thing is basically, hey, I'm going to be president to fix all the problems I helped cause.
Ha!
And that goes beyond Joe Biden even. That is our system. Like that is our system in a nutshell. Like just this cycle of people pretending to fix problems that they helped cause, that they caused at the behest of Wall Street, that they're not actually fixing also at the behest of Wall Street.
Well said. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.